Well, South Koreans have taken to the streets of the capital, Seoul, for a fifth straight Saturday to demand the president resign over a corruption scandal. Almost 1.5 million anti-government protesters braved freezing temperatures and sleet as they headed toward the presidential palace. Many chanted slogans demanding President Park Geun-hye be arrested and impeached. Pressure on Park has been mounting since it was revealed that she allowed a longtime friend to manipulate power from behind the scenes and solicit business donations for her own nonprofit fund. She has apologized for the violation twice but refused to quit. Now, the weekly protests that started in South Korea 5 weeks ago are the largest of their kind in more than 3 decades. Crossing over to Seoul, joined by Press TV's Jennifer Chang. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us. Well, quite exceptional. I mean, 5 weeks, and definitely the numbers are continuing to grow. Tell me the overall mood when you're on the streets of Seoul with the people. Is it that the majority really want her to step down? Or is it that the majority may still support her, but are not on the streets and the other side's making more of the noise? How do you assess the situation overall?
Well, definitely the majority of the population wants her to step down because her approval rating fell further from 5% to 4% according to the latest Gallup Korea poll. And not only that, but her poll, when it comes to the percentage that wants to see her impeached, went up from 74% to 80% in a very short time. So she is really facing a great deal of public anger, and proceedings are underway to impeach her. She could be impeached as early as next week due to revelations by ruling party lawmakers that up to 40 of them support impeachment and only about 28 are needed to impeach her. If they join the opposition parties who hold the majority in the parliament, then the motion will pass. And then it's just a matter of the Constitutional Court deliberating on this. 6 of the 9 Constitutional Court justices have to move the motion for the impeachment to happen. And it looks like a formidable task. However, in 2004, when they tried to impeach President No, and the Constitutional Court struck down the impeachment vote, it was declared by the court that his crimes of trying to support his own party in elections violated political neutrality laws, technically. However, the crimes were not serious enough to remove a president. But in her case, the prosecutors have actually come out and said that she is an accomplice in this crime of her shaman friend, Choi Soon-sil, that she colluded in extorting millions and millions of dollars from the biggest South Korean businesses like Samsung, Hyundai, LG, SK, and Lotte. Those are the 5 biggest conglomerates in South Korea. Whenever something involves big business like that, it's really big. I mean, even Samsung has gotten sucked into this. When it's the backbone of the South Korean economy. So she is, accused of grave crimes by the prosecutors on November 20th. And ever since then, people have been calling for her arrest. We have not been seeing calls for her arrest at previous protests. But on November 20th, the leading presidential candidate Moon Jae-in of the opposition party, called for her arrest. And since then, we've been seeing these signs now calling for her arrest, not just for her impeachment. So this is really shaking up South Korean politics. The South Korean government is paralyzed. The South Korean government is having great difficulty making decisions. She's having great difficulty exercising any kind of control over this country. And if she is indeed forced to step down, then within 2 months, an election must be held for a new president to serve out a full 5-year term, and none of the parties are quite ready for that. So South Korea could be paralyzed for months and months to come. She still has 15 months left in her term, and now even the U.S. is worried because their defense policy here in South Korea to counter the North Korean nuclear threat is being in jeopardy now, such as the THAAD deployment.
Well, thank you so much for that update. Out of Seoul, that's Press TV's Jennifer Chang.